Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another one. Today I'm going to be unboxing an Ionic 50 amp battery that I just received maybe about an hour ago. I walked out of here too with my coffee. Can't do a video without the coffee. So let's go ahead and get started, man. And let me tell you guys why I went with the Ionic. So last weekend, here we go, I'm going to get started. So I have this camera rolling, which is going to show the product just in case my main camera doesn't capture everything. This one's pointing down, this one should do the trick, just in case. Let me tell you guys why I went ahead and pulled the trigger on one of these Ionic batteries. So I recently purchased a boat about 2 months ago. I've been working on it on the weekends. First, I started out with the polishing and making it pretty because it was very chalky. So I wanted to shine it up, make it look good. This way, the boat looks good out there, I feel good out there, and when I'm catching fish, at least I'm looking good catching a fish. You know, we all want our boats to shine and look clean. I'm that type of guy. I do care what my stuff looks like. I've seen boats out there that are chalky, dirty, bloody, messy. I'm not that type of guy. My stuff is gonna be clean out there, and I'm gonna feel good on my boat, and I want my passengers to feel good when they're on my boat. So anyways, I went out to Catalina and did my first overnighter the past weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before. We went out to Catalina. Catalina Island is like a 30 mile run. We got there about 45, 50 minutes in my 24 footer. It was a cool experience. You know, it was my first overnight trip in that boat, and I'm really loving that boat a lot because with guys like me at 41, you need to take naps, man. So it's got a cuddy down below, and it sleeps 3 people. So I mean, that comes in handy. So anyways, let me tell you guys why I decided to go with the lithium battery. So when we went out there on a Friday. We got to the boat launch ramp around 1 o'clock. We launched the boat. We're on the water, I'd say right around 2. We're at the bait barge around 2:30. We're at Catalina by like 4 o'clock or something like that. I don't remember the exact hour. So we fished for a little bit, and then we went to we fished for a little bit on the east side of the island. Then we went to the back side of the island. We found the spot. We anchored up. We're throwing jigs. We caught a few junk fish. Nothing big, nothing crazy. There was no current. The water was at a standstill. You know, I don't like when the conditions are like that because the fish aren't very active. So anyways, so I had my fish finder on the whole time. I had my radar running, which I used the Garmin 943 SVX. Awesome unit. I'll be posting some videos shortly of this thing because this thing is awesome. I'm very impressed with the Garmin unit. The thing is with the Garmins is they suck up a lot of juice. They suck up a lot of power. So I'm running this guy, my radar, and I think that's it. No, and I'm running the deck lights that are on the top, on the bimini top. So I'm running those, but I didn't even have those on. I didn't turn those on for the night. We use a lantern at night, so we are only supposed to use the big bright lights on the back only if like we needed it. If we had like hookups or anything like that, or we really needed lights. But I had a lantern, a camping lantern out there, and it worked awesome. And it saved my battery from you know, losing power that I need for my fish finders. So anyways, that being said, around 11 o'clock, I went down below, and one guy was fishing, one guy was high. One of my other friends took an edible gummy bear. One of the guys took it. He didn't know what he was taking. He said, yeah, I'll try a gummy bear. He didn't know how powerful that thing was. He took it, he knocked out within like half hour. He went down below, went to sleep early. He was in bed by like 9, so he missed out on the action we had at night, you know, catching those little fun fish. So anyways, that's a story for another trip, or another video, should I say. But, so this was my first time really using the radar, and what I did at night is I left the settings on the dimmest I could with this unit, but I set the radar to a guard zone. So if anything came in within 500 feet from where we were anchored, I'd get an alarm. If we drifted 500 feet from where I was anchored, if we got off the anchor line or we drifted wherever or anything came near us, the alarm would go off. And it did go off one time around, I believe it was like 1:30 in the morning. It woke me up right away. I woke up, went outside, and it was a boat that had zoomed by. So the guard zone thing is really awesome. The thing with that, my experience is it drains your freaking battery. So I'm running just this guy right here in the radar off of one cheap little Walmart battery, the Everest, and it's one of the small ones. And I'm running that. I have that battery up front. I have my two main batteries in the back, which one of them is for the cranking motor, and then the other one runs everything else, like the bilge pump, the lights, the live well, everything else on the boat runs from that battery. So I knew these things were gonna suck up a lot of power, so I wanted to get their own battery, and I bought one of those $80 ones at Walmart thinking it would be enough. I was wrong. It killed the juice out of it. So we started using that thing as soon as we jumped in the water, and it was dead by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. After that, I felt like I was blind fishing. I was tired. So after that, it was no fun for me. I let my friends drive the boat around, fish wherever they wanted. And I just pretty much hung out, chilled, and went down below, took an hour, 2 hours nap. And by the time I woke up, they were ready to go. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. But overall, the trip was very fun. It was very fun to be out there doing that overnight thing. I can't wait to do it again. We'll probably do it either in the next weekend, or the following weekend. But I'll make sure to take video of this trip. This way you guys can see my units running. And I want to see how long this lithium battery is going to last, So originally I was going to go with a more powerful battery, another interstate, but they're heavy. And one of my friends recommended that I went lithium this time if these units are sucking up that much power. So I started doing my research, and it only took me a few days to do my research. I didn't want to spend too much time on that, because this is one of those purchases where you can spend up to weeks or even months researching, reviewing, and trying to get other people's opinions, just to see if you're pulling the trigger on the right item, because these are pretty pricey. This one, I went ahead, so let's talk about the battery. I went ahead and purchased everything from a Lithium Hub, and right now they're doing free shipping on any order over 150 and up. So I went with the 50 amp to power my Garmin unit and my radar, and the bimini lights, the spreader lights, if I ever need those. So that's all it's gonna power. The spreader lights, they'll probably use once in a while, but they're there just in case, and those are pretty badass. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the 50 amp battery, and based on the reviews and research, I have a Pro Mariner charger on my boat. It's on board, and it says that it can charge these batteries. However, it's not going to charge them to their full voltage meter, which is I think 14.6 on these batteries, or 14.4, something around that. It says that with those chargers, it would only charge them up to like 13.6 or 4, some number like that. So I went ahead. It also, after doing the research and doing the online Google stuff and all that stuff, they recommend you use a lithium battery charger for these batteries. So you know what? They had these online. This is a 10 amp lithium battery single battery charger, and it was only like 50 or 60 bucks. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger, and these charge at 10 amps an hour, which is pretty good. 50 bucks, I mean, why not? So let's go ahead and unbox this thing, and I'll tell you guys why I went with the Ionic. I went with the Ionic for couple of reasons. Actually, one main reason is because of the app that you can use with your phone to check on the life of these. So if at any point you want to see how your battery is doing throughout the day, all you do is log into the app and you see how much power you have left. And that was one big selling point that I liked, because most of the lithium batteries, they're pretty similar to each other based on the reviews that I looked at. I shop on Amazon like every other day. I'm shopping on Amazon. I have boxes here that I haven't even unboxed for the boat. So I could have gone on Amazon and bought this other battery that I almost pulled the trigger on that was selling for the same price, $350, and that one was a 100 amp battery. Here's a picture of it. That battery had 95% of good reviews. So for the price of 100 to 50, I could have gone with that one. The reason why I didn't is because I like the fact that you can check on an app to see how much life these have left. So if I'm out there in the water and I'm running down to 30-40%, I'm gonna turn off the radar and just use my Garmin fish minder, the electronics, you know, because that radar sucks up a lot of power. Even this Garmin unit sucks up a lot of power. So that was one of the main features why I went with this one. All the reviews I read online, none of the positive reviews. So yeah, that's why I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this one. It's got an 11-year warranty. What else? It's got the BMS feature, 11-year warranty, and it charges a lot faster, and it's gonna last a lot longer out when I'm out there. So let's see. This camera. Let me bring that camera over. This camera right here gives you a good picture quality. Just been talking and talking. So let's go. Here's the unboxing. It's packaged pretty basic, but good enough. And I'm going to download the app right here with you guys. Oh, box up. I'm gonna download the app right here with you guys and check to see where this battery is at. And that's all it comes with. Just the battery, 2 foam blocks. That's it. It's pretty basic, man, but it looks nice. And this thing weighs, it's really light. I have a scale here that I haven't used in a while. So let's see if we can get some numbers. There we go. 14.2 pounds. This thing is light. Like, I can lift this up with one hand. The other battery, that's a Walmart battery, that's still a small battery, is pretty damn heavy. So 13.8. That's where we're at. Alright, so this is what we're doing, YouTube. I'm gonna download the app with you guys. I don't have it on my phone. I'm gonna do it here with you guys. I'm gonna go to my Google Play Store. I don't even know the name of it, but I'm just gonna type in Ionic. So there it is. I'm gonna install it. And while that's happening, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Alright, so let's go ahead and open. Allow. And I'm gonna go ahead. We'll talk in a second. I just want to see what's going on here. Search. Is my Bluetooth on? Yes, it is. Okay, what do we do? I'm doing this with you guys for the first time. Wow, so it did pick it up. That was pretty easy. So it came in at 89% charge. There it is. You know what? Let's plug this to the charger and see what happens. So I guess I gotta put in the name. Please wait to refresh complete. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So this is the main reason why I went and pulled the trigger on the Ionic for the app to let you check on the life of the battery and see where it's at. 13.2 volts. And how do we rename this thing? Let's see. Probably, let's see. Log in, enter your password for your Ionic battery, which is probably this little barcode right here on the side. So I'll go ahead and do that later. But I mean, that's how easy it is. I logged into the app with you guys. I didn't even put in the login. It just picked up the battery right away. So yeah. So I'm gonna switch cameras and I'm gonna go back to the camera on this phone. So be right back. Some people claim that they've been out there 2-3 days without charging these, fishing for 6, 8 hour, 10-hour days. Like, that's what I want. You know, I don't want to be out there and have my shit die and call it an early trip. I want to be out there on these overnighters and not worry about anything shutting off on me. So let's go ahead and open this charger. See what we got in here. We got the battery clamps right here, and we got the regular connectors. Probably won't use those. Got the fuses. Pretty cool. It's actually labeled and named Ionic or Ionic. I thought it was going to be some regular unknown brand charger. So this is what the small $50-$60 charger looks like. And it's a single battery charger, 10 amp charger, 12 volts. Let's go ahead and plug this guy in. Alright, you guys, we're back. We're going to go ahead and plug in the charger. Probably be showing it with the other camera, the GoPro. There it is. It's got power. And it's got these little quick, what do they call, quick snap-on. So I'm gonna use the alligator clamps for this sample. So it's got a red light. So red light says it's charging, and standby and charge is a green light. So right now it's charging. Actually, with this camera that I have over here, this GoPro, we're gonna see what the app says. Let's go back into our app. So it's still at 89%. And that's it. I mean, maybe I can come back and show you guys once the numbers go up. So there you guys have it. That's what's in the box. I'll be showing you guys in another video what battery I replaced and showing you guys a walk around of my boat. I love that boat. I'm gonna test these batteries out for 2 trips, or this battery out, should I say. I'm gonna test it out for 1 trip, see how it goes. I'm gonna do a review, show you guys out in the water where this battery is in my boat, see what it's powering. I'm gonna, oh, there it is, look, numbers change. just went up to 90%. So it's charging. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna be out there for long periods of time. I want to say a day and a half trips. You know, sometimes maybe even 2-day trips. So we're gonna test this guy and really put him to the test. See what it's like after 2 trips. And then if all goes well, which I'm hoping it will, and I'm thinking it will, I'll probably pull the trigger on a 120. What is it? A 125 amp. This way, that battery can power the motor and all the other electronics that I have on there. Again, really looking forward to using this battery. A lot lighter, and the good thing about these batteries is, so with the regular lead batteries, the AGM batteries, I think you can run them down to like 40%, and then the batteries just go weak and they just go dead. You need to recharge them, or you can do damage to your batteries. The thing with these is you can run them down to like, I think I read up anywhere from 3 to 5 or 10%. So, and then on top of that, I mean, these last a lot longer. So, you know, that was another big selling point. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to using these, man. And jeez, again, look at this. I can pick this up with one arm like nothing. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'll get to them right away. Pretty soon I'll do a review on the battery out in the water, show you guys everything, and then do a walk around, should I say, on my boat, because I've done a lot of improvements and a lot of upgrades to that thing, and I'm very happy and very stoked that I got this boat, because the main thing is it's got a lot of room in the back to fish, and then it's got the cuddy. It's got the cuddy, it's got the sink, it's got the wash down, it's got shade, it's got a lot of freaking space in the back to fish. It's got a 50-gallon live well. It's comfortable. You don't get wet. On top of that, check this out. So I'm working on this. There's a lot of things I'm doing for that boat. This I did over the weekend. I haven't installed it because I need to apply snaps and all that stuff. This is the bottom of the front. Whoops. I made this myself. So I just learned how to sew. So I want to show and make a video of the process of this. I still got to make the sides. So yeah, like this boat's just, it's like having your own little man cave apartment away from home. Like I said, when you guys see it, let me know your opinions and comments down below and all that stuff. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. See you guys on the next one.